Hello, and welcome to Recent Activity, your new favorite entertainment review podcast that attempts to cover every film, every show, all at once. I am your co host, Andrew Morgan. With me, as always, he's commonly known as Sir Shane the Tall. It's Shane Beauregard. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, buddy. And I do get that a lot, so apropos.
Even the knighting? Because that's impressive. I know you're a tall man. But
yes,
yeah.
I'm a tall man. Yes,
Yeah.
I've been knighted several times, just to let you know.
I think your constant wearing of green, whether it's your Jets disease or not, also makes you somehow look more gigantic and mossy, like you are jelly green, you know?
Yep.
So that doesn't, I don't know if it helps or hurts. I'm sure I know your status, you know, you're a hit with the people out there. So, you know, that's probably working for you. But good to see you, sir. I am proud. I feel good about this episode, mostly because I've felt this inadequacy lately about you just crushing so many TV shows and me feeling like I haven't watched a damn thing. So this episode is going to be a huge rundown of the current TV series. We're going to do a game of thumbs up, thumbs down, where we are going to go over 8 shows that we have either just you or both of us have watched in the last couple of months here, and seeing the status of 2026 TV landscape and trying to see what's good and what's bad out there. So let's get rocking on this, man, because I was crushing stuff all weekend just to try to have even a half of a conversation with you. So this will go, I think, pretty well. Because there's a lot of good stuff out there, so let's hope for the best. Let's kick it off, Shane, with A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, aka Duncan Egg. This is from HBO Max. This is the latest show in the Game of Thrones universe. And I will say, you know, what are we on? Episode 5 of 6. We've gone through 4 episodes of this show, and it is a little bit different than Game of Thrones stuff of the past. We've covered most of the Game of Thrones stuff on this podcast, or at least, you know, I don't think we were around for obviously the end of Game of Thrones, but we covered House of the Dragon pretty extensively. How are you feeling about this one, Shane? Because it feels like to me this show is a throwback, or at least like a slice of what I like the most out of the Game of Thrones universe.
I would agree. I've only seen a couple episodes just because we will get into it. There's been so much TV on right now. I've kind of watched the first couple and I put a pin in it. I figure I'll binge it. But like from what I've seen, I didn't think I would enjoy this show as much as I am enjoying this show. I think it's better than House of Dragons.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not. I have my trepidations about House of Dragons, but this show was like a throwback. Like you said, it was just a nice story. And what I like is the runtime is like 40 something minutes. It's not long. So you're like in and out of all these episodes. Absolutely. I like the character building they've done so far. I really enjoy it. So I'm all aboard this show so far.
Yeah, same here. For anyone who isn't aware of what this new show is or haven't dipped in yet, this is set a century before Game of Thrones. It's about Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg, who wandered through Westeros while the Targaryen dynasty rules the Iron Throne, and dragons are still remembered, though they're not around at this point. This is an interesting setup, and I gotta say, I like the fact that it's not only it's brisk, as you noted, in terms of the run times. The universe is small. They keep it tight. It's around just one tournament so far. And obviously they're bouncing off a lot of ideas in terms of, you know, like the people who get really into the books or they get into the universe building or knowing where things are and legacy families. You're going to get all that, even though this is so small. But I think its beauty is that because it's one location practically and these 2 new characters and trying to see what the landscape of the world is at this time, it's a very nice way of doing it, and honestly, I'm super into this show, and the
Yep.
way that episode 4 ended between the end of episode 3 and the end of episode 4, they've done a great job of, like, I had that pulse that ran through my
Okay.
body where I was like, "I need more of the show. I need the next episode." Between the reveals that they have and now heading towards this tournament, this trial by 7, that is a new spin or a classic spin, whatever, a new spin on a classic. That's probably what I was trying to say. Where we're doing this new way of trial by combat with multiple people. So it's like video game stuff. It's like, it's like or like Avengers stuff. It feels like, we're heading into something much bigger and cooler. I also thought you would love this show for Sir Lionel Baratheon, aka Daniel Ings from The Gentleman.
Yeah.
He was such a awesome psychopath in that show, and now he's back being a drunken weirdo again. And I'm like, I hope this is what just this guy does. He's so
Yeah.
good at it, and I just loved it. And yeah, I also love the how this show is funny too. It has no problem in having a poop joke, multiple poop jokes. It also has a great line, one of my favorite lines that I can ever remember in any Game of Thrones stuff. The only honorable thing a Targaryen can do for this realm is finish on his wife's tits was the funniest fucking line I've ever heard. So that's how this show is going. So to me, I think this is probably my favorite, if not one of my
Oh,
favorites going right now. I absolutely enjoyed this show a whole lot.
okay. I'm not there yet. Like I said, I really enjoyed it, but
Right.
there's so much that I've seen, so I can't really get there with you as of now.
Okay. Um,
But it's a
the
thumbs up for me.
That's great. Yeah, same here. Yeah, we should actually play the game, right? That's a thumbs up from me too. An enthusiastic thumbs up. I'm sure we'll get into some ones where maybe we'll play the card of it's a weak thumbs up or it's a soft
It's a
thumbs
meh,
down.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The next one up, Shane, you have seen all of, but I have not yet dipped into this one. Wonder Man from
Oh,
Disney Plus, the latest Marvel show that's actually getting pretty positive reviews, especially as far as their shows go. I know it's a low bar to say this is the best one because I don't know what you currently have as your top. Probably for me, it'd be like Loki season 1, maybe.
yeah.
I guess in a plus minus that we could play besides thumbs up, thumbs down. This is about a small time actor, Simon Williams, who struggles to reckon with his personal life while hiding his superpowers as he tries to land his dream role. Meanwhile, a shady government agent leverages a new friendship in order to save his own job. This is Yahya Abdul Mateen and Ben Kingsley. And like I said, this has been getting pretty positive reviews, Shane. So what say you? Thumbs up or thumbs down on Wonder Man?
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. And I will say this: it is one of the most different Marvel shows out there. It's not
Mm,
your typical superhero show. Because a lot of this is just his character, him trying to evolve as an actor. It has like a lot of family drama in there. His relationship with his mom, his brother come to light. He forms his kinship with Ben Kingsley's character, who carries on from like the baggage of being the Mandarin in this show.
right.
It's funny, it's lighthearted, it has a lot of good references. Like you see a lot of actors who play themselves, like Josh Gad plays himself, which is
Hmm.
hysterical, by the way, in this show. There's not a lot of superhero stuff that goes on in this show, which makes it different. It's literally
Right.
just about them trying to get this role on the movie Wonder Man, which they're making, right?
Right.
Which he's like, that was like the first movie he saw when he was a kid with his dad. So he has like this connection to this film. And you get to the Department of, I forgot what it's called, but you've seen it like in the Spider-Man movies, the Department of something who like tries to clean up everything that's going on,
Hmm.
and trying to corral these super powered people.
Right.
So that's like, I guess, the villain in this series. Like they're on to Simon Williams, they're on to like what he may be capable of. And they kind of coerce Ben Kingsley into trying to like weed him out, trying to like work with him to like, but it's a different show, man. And I really got into it. It's a quick moving show. It's a half hour episodes, it's like 8 episodes. It really moves really fast. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely different. It's funny, it's lighthearted, it's emotional. It gets into a lot of different stuff that Marvel shows really don't get into. So
Right.
kudos to them for doing something different. And for them not to really promote this show, I thought was kind of funny because they dumped the whole season
Yeah.
out at one time. So it wasn't like a weekly binge, which normally they do.
Right.
Um, so yeah, thumbs up on this one, man. It's not, don't go into it thinking like, hey, I'm gonna get this like super powered super show with all this action stuff. There's barely any action in this entire series. It's just all about their journeys, character building. It's different. So yeah, from that aspect, man, I really enjoyed it, and I hope they have a season two because the way they left season one, it's like, okay, we need a season two. The way they left it, it's like it's almost like a whole build up to the second season. So I'm like, okay,
Right.
you better have a second season. So thumbs up for me on Wonder Man. Give it a watch. It's well worth it. And the acting between Kingsley and Matan is just phenomenal, man. Like just
Awesome.
phenomenal stuff. Yeah. So
Do you think they set it up as a binge for any specific reason? Like, is it just they've had half-hour shows? I think She-Hulk was a half-hour
She-Hulk.
show
Yep.
that was week to week, so they didn't do that. And then this obviously is getting much better critical response than something like Echo, which they dumped all at once, where that
Yep.
felt like it was dumped on purpose. So, what do you think the reason for all this was?
That's a good question. I don't honestly I don't know why they would dump this all at one time. I don't know their strategy to be honest with you because we've said before, like the Marvel shows have been up in the air. It's been hit or miss, more miss than hit. So
Right.
I just think maybe they're like, you know what? Let's just put this all at one time, see what happens, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know, but this is probably the best show they've done in years, to be honest with you. Off of everything we've talked about, like the Echo, which I enjoyed, but whatever.
Yeah.
Uh yeah,
Yeah.
probably since like Loki, I was a fan of Hawkeye. Um
Yeah. Sure.
Probably since then, yeah, since like phase, yeah, since the early stages of Marvel TV, this is probably the best thing they've put out there, and it's
Yeah.
totally different, which is what I like. It's not what you're gonna think of when you go into watching this. So, thumbs up, man. Go check it out.
Awesome. I will do that soon after I now that the pile is shrinking, you know. The next one, we're doing all new shows up top. The last one in this category is Steel, which is a new heist show on Prime Video starring Sophie Turner of Game of Thrones. Haven't seen her in something mostly because I don't know, her career's been very interesting.
Yep.
We can get into that if you like, but this is a contemporary high octane thriller about the heist of the century and the ordinary office worker who finds herself at the heart of it. This is an interesting one, Shane. I just finished watching this today
Oh,
and I binged through this in the last 2 days. It's a short series, I believe 6 episodes if I'm not
yep.
mistaken. So, I don't know if it's one of those that this is going to be a mini series. It didn't exactly close all loops to where like it couldn't be something going forward. I haven't heard one way or another, but it seems to be a minor hit for Amazon Prime. What did you think of Steel?
I really liked it, man. I was in from episode one, and of course, I binged it like in 2 days. Uh, I thought it just the way it was set up. I love heist films and heist
I do
shows.
too. Yeah,
So this was right up my alley. And it had enough twists and turns in it where it kept me interested in to see where this is going. And I will
right.
say at the very end, I did not expect that character to be the one that kind of set this in motion. You know what I mean? His name is
Sure.
Andrew. Koji, I
Well,
think his
don't
name
give it
is.
away. I mean, people
Um,
haven't watched this.
no.
Jeez.
I'm just saying, like his character, who I love, who's in Black Doves, he was in Warrior,
Yeah.
Bullet Train.
Yes.
I like him as an actor. But yeah, it was very interesting. I thought Sophia, what's her name, Turner,
Sophie Turner.
did a great job. Um, yeah, it was just a nice heist show that I got involved with. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one for Amazon Prime. Which again, we always talk about them with Amazon, like they do better shows and TV
Yeah.
than movies, I should say. And
Oh,
this is
by a
right in
mile.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right in line. Like this was a very bingeable model, a very good TV show. Uh, Way better than what they put out as far as their movie selections go. So yeah, I was involved. The cast was good, the acting was good, the twists and turns were fine. So I enjoyed it. So what say you, since you're fresh off
So
of this?
I am a weak thumbs up.
Okay.
Only because I was rocking with this show in the first few episodes. I find it very bingeable. I definitely spent probably the first 4 episodes, especially as it got later into those episodes, I was entertained, but I did find myself going, "Who am I rooting for here?
Right.
What outcome am I rooting for?" Episode 5 kinda tips it to where I can at least see what the show kinda wants you to at least be rooting for in some regard, and so when it wraps, I kinda go, "Okay, that's a interesting way to end it because it's a show that might test you in terms of an audience member to be like, what makes me feel for this person's outcome? What makes me feel for the person who did this heist and for what reasons? And how do you really want to see this wrap up? And was it any different than what you had in your head? Those kind of things all come together. But I think it's a well staged show in terms of there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people who are, you know, on the fence whether you like them or should like them or any of these things. So I think it's a show worth watching and worth discussion. And I think
Right.
that is more than most shows. And I think it's well casted. But if you ask me, like, do I have questions about, you know, what the moral ambiguity
Yes.
of like, oh, so this person gets away with it, or oh, this person, gets to be on the negative side. Like, why is that person any different than the person who succeeded? So
Yep.
there are things in that where you might question, but is it a good show? Is it worth watching? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. So that's like I said, a oh pretty weak thumbs up, but
Okay.
like a watchable. Yeah,
I gave it
you're
a
more
firm thumbs
enthusiastic.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I gave it a firm
yeah.
thumbs up.
Well, that's good for a man your age. Um, we're we're gonna flip over to
How
returning
dare you?
shows. Fallout season 2. We'll stick with Amazon Prime here. Fallout 2. We covered the premiere on this show, and Shane, here's the problem. I had questions. I thought the premiere the of this season. This is now season 2. I thought it was weak. We saw the upcoming what's to come stuff at the end of that episode. We talked about like, well, should probably stick around for Macaulay Culkin and Kumail Nanjiani and all these other things and get the full Vegas treatment and all these things. And you were more bullish about that than me, trying to make a point of like, well, I got to stick with this and do it. Honestly, I started episode 2. I might have gotten through episode 2. I have not returned to this because so many other good options were there. And honestly, every meme and your reaction right now is confirming as well. It seems like this show is Walton Goggins and then everybody else. And I don't, what happened after that? Did it stick the landing? Where are you with this show? Is it a thumbs up, thumbs down for season 2?
This is a middling, like halfway thumbs up, thumbs down for me.
You cheating bastard.
Yeah. Okay, so if I had to give it overall, I'd give it a thumbs down compared to season 1. So if you want me cheating, I'll give it a thumbs down.
Sure.
I will say this. The last 3 episodes is what I wanted from the entire season, right?
Yeah.
So, it started off, like you said, kinda slow, we don't know where we're going. It drug on from episodes 2, 3, 4 into episode 5. Like,
Right.
where is this going? There's a lot of storylines that you kinda had going on, and you're like, "I don't care about this, like, this didn't go anywhere," like, the Vault Dwellers, like, her br Lu like, Lucy's brother specifically, that whole storyline didn't go
Right.
anywhere. Like, I'm like, they
Oh,
kept bringing it
jeez.
up, and it just didn't go anywhere. So, yes, Walton Goggins literally took this entire season and put it right on his back and carried it through the finish line, like,
Mm,
and if you're a fan of the Ghoul, then you're like, "That's cool, that's what I want," right? The
right.
Ghoul is, like, fucking awesome. The last 3 episodes really picked up in, like, what I wanted out of the season. Action-wise, storytelling-wise, like, that's what I wanted. So I
Right.
felt like they took this season, to be honest with you, and kinda, like, brought everything together to get to a season 3, if that makes sense. It's like, we're gonna plant
Right.
these seeds for season 3, and that's when it's gonna everything is gonna explode, is in season 3.
Right.
So, that being said, most of this season kinda, like, dragged on, though, that's the problem. You have 8 episodes and, like, 5 were like, "Where is this going? Why do I
Mm,
care? There's nothing happening here."
right.
And then you get the 3 that were like, "Oh, shit." You got action, they're fighting death crawlers, like, just everything you want, like, they give you,
Right.
and then they end it. I'm like, "Ugh, okay."
Mm,
So, that being said, as a complete season, it's a thumbs down because you have 8 episodes, only 3 to me were, like, really watchable, but
right.
damn, Walton Goggins is so good. Like, he is so good, man.
Right.
Like, let's go. Like, I am hyped for season 3. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like they laid low, and now they're gonna swing for season 3, so
Okay. I just hope I can get back to it because it's so hard to hear that it didn't really work out for most of it and to have somebody be like, "Hey man, you just hang on through those 5 terrible
yeah,
episodes or whatever, you'll get what you want," is a tough sell to me
it's a tough
when
sell.
we already had the discussion when we talked about the premiere of like the end of the first season to me was only okay. Like I
Right,
didn't love where it ended and the carryover to that. The promise was, all right, well, this is the first season. We have more. We have the Vegas storyline. We have all this stuff to come that people hype up. So if you're telling me they dragged their feet to get where it should be again, it's like, is this a good enough like idea for a show? Like, is there enough on the bone? Like, that's where my head goes with this. Because sometimes with video game adaptations, it's like people will watch them, and
yep,
there's a lot of good actors in here that we really like. But is there enough story wise for me to care?
right, but the last 3 episodes are so good.
Okay,
They're so good.
I will attempt. I will
Yeah.
attempt. I will try.
And I don't
Uh,
blame you if you don't make it through because again, those episodes 2 through 5 are rough. Like they're just
yeah,
rough.
yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot, but yeah, soft thumbs down from
Soft.
you
Yep.
on that one. Shrinking season 3, Shane.
Oh,
Apple TV Plus. I love that the show is back. I will not hide anything. This is a enthusiastic thumbs up. This is just one of my favorite casts on television, and the writing just knows exactly what to do with these people. I there's never a scene where I'm like I care that like I didn't care or nothing matters because even if it's just a hang, I love hanging with these people. The writing is so good. And you know, this one they're getting more into this show is really good just at being about like moving on and adjusting and subtlety and adding characters and knowing when to push them away because of getting to the heart of this core group that's been around. And Colby Smulders looks like it's going to be a bigger storyline for the rest of this one. And I think she's adorable and she's so funny, even in limited time for this episode. These episodes that have aired, we're only a few episodes, 2 episodes in.
2.
But I just look forward to it every single week. It's so good. And again, like Harrison Ford and is just a gift to have in here. And Siegel, like everybody just knows their role and they're so good. What are you thinking on this one? Is this
I
a thumbs up for you as well?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not afraid to say it. This is the best show on television, period. Like,
I
it
was
really
emotional.
is. It really is.
Yeah.
I echo everything you said, and this is the one show that is so smartly written that it makes you go through all your emotions every single episode.
Yeah.
You laugh hysterically, you cry.
Yeah.
It has everything you want in an episode. All the characters are so close knit. They each get their shine throughout this season so far. Like, no
Yeah.
one's shortchanged.
No.
This show is just so I, the 2 episodes this year, I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, especially the first episode with Michael J. Fox in it and the Harrison
Yeah.
Ford thing through going through Parkinson's, like,
Right.
I broke down, I laughed, I did everything.
Yeah.
It's the best show on television, I'm sorry. It's the best written show.
Yeah.
I go through the first 2 seasons, and now watching this, I'm like you said, you get everything you want out of this show in, like, 35, 40 minutes, period. It's the
Yeah.
best show on television. Like, I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah.
Like, I love this fucking show. It's like a 2 thumbs up for me. Like, I can't get enough of this goddamn show.
I'm absolutely there too. And yeah, I guess, maybe it sounds disingenuous for me to be like, I love Night of the Seven Kingdoms maybe the most. They're two very different shows, and
Yes.
Shrinking, I'll say this, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is my favorite new show. for
Okay.
for maybe
There
we'll
you
say
go.
that, and then Shrinking is definitely, it's just my standby. It's
Yeah.
so good, and it's a show that is so well written that when I can get just as emotional from the stuff that they want you to get emotional about as I do enjoy for other characters' success and moving out, like happy moments that they're happy, I will also get emotional at that. So
Yeah.
that's the potency of this show, and it's just, it's a simple premise, it's a simple group, but everybody's so good and the writing's so good that they make what is, could be easily just be boring or be not enough, be well more than enough. Like the cuppeth run over.
Yeah. Like the whole Gabby and Roy Kenton scene in episode
Oh,
2
huge.
was huge and just blew me away. Like, go live your life. Like, you're not living
Yeah.
your life. Fuck you. Like, that whole
Yeah.
scene got me, man. Like, I was like, shit. Yeah. Like, it's so poignant, but so fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
it's the
And
best.
it's generous too when you have two people like Jason Segel and Brett Goldstein who are like creators on this show that have no problem being the punchline or being the
Yep.
punching bag. And I
Yep.
think that's a testament to how good this show is and the giving nature to be able to spread it out, give everybody their moment and not be afraid to look bad in a show that they're a big part of. Shows a lot about who they are as people and as actors
Yep.
and their comfort level in this material. So that's awesome.
Yep.
All right, I love a good double thumbs up, possibly four thumbs
Yes.
on that one. The Pitt season 2, this is a
Mm.
solo mission for you on this one as well. You've been inhaling this show in the last couple months, doing the full first season, which we slept on, and then now you're watching. Was how many episodes in are they on season 2 now?
This week we episode 5.
Okay. So give me the status on this show. Like, what made it so bingeable and appealing for you that you burned through that first season? Now, what are we in store for season 2?
Man, it's just that high intense anxiety kind of show that, like, you got people coming into the ER, just like all kinds of problems, and you have such a big cast
Yeah,
and you have all these different personalities that you're trying to sort through. And Noah Wiley plays, like, the guy in charge.
right.
of everything, and you get to like their personal quips and like them coming together. It's just such a again such a high anxiety show. Like it's just nonstop. It's like you got one thing after another after another. It just was like I can't believe I slept on this show. And compared to like other like Grey's Anatomy or
Well,
ER,
you got
I
your
guess
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not as
sure,
soap opera ish as that. It's more realistic. It's more intense.
right.
Um, it's very bingeable, and this picks up like this takes a time jump. So like the first season happened, it takes every episode is like an hour out of that shift. So it's like
Yeah,
6 to 7, 7 to 8, blah blah blah. So this picks up like 6 months after the first season. You got some drama that happened between some of the staff. There's like this one doctor who was taking pain meds and he had to go to like AA, NA kind of thing to
hmm
get back into it. So there's like a lot of that stuff going on. And just the mix of the cast and like the young, I guess, residents mixed in with the, normal staff. This is so good. I will say though, I wish they went more into like the character dynamic of like what makes them tick and more of like their backgrounds and more of like their interactions. Right now it's like patient after patient after patient after patient, which is
right,
fine, but still like I want a little more character depth between everything.
mm,
So like this season,
right,
Noah Wiley, after his shift, he's going on a sabbatical, like a 3 month sabbatical,
right.
so it's kind of leading up to like him leaving for 3 months. But man, this show is so good and worth all the flowers that they bestowed upon it with the Golden Globes and just everything.
Yeah, and the
They
Emmys
like
and everything. They
yeah,
just
the Emmys.
swept everything. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just so good, man. Like yeah, so Noah Wiley, who yeah, I guess him in medical shows are the ticket, man. Like, so
yeah,
yeah, just keep doing it, man. He's so
yeah,
good. Yeah, don't I slept on this show and I apologize for sleeping on the show. This show's a strong thumbs up, man. It's so intense and so great. And there's moments where I have to turn my head of some of the stuff they go into. Like I'm like, I can't
right,
watch that. Like, yeah, so it's
right.
so on point and so good. And so Pittsburgh, like they really take the city too as a character in this show,
Yeah.
which we really don't get a lot of like Pittsburgh shows, if ever. You know what I mean?
No, like
And
unfortunately, the only thing I think of with Pittsburgh is them mocked as Gotham with
yeah,
the Christopher
right,
Nolan movies. That was about
yeah.
it.
But
Yeah,
this show encapsulates what Pittsburgh really is, and it's a dynamic show, and it's well worth watching. It's well written, well acted. It's just everything you want in a show. So strong thumbs up. And it's funny, I always say, like, I'm gonna wait for these shows to pile up, these episodes to pile up, and I'll just binge it. I can't. Like every Friday night, I'm like, all right,
yeah,
Pitt, I'm on it. So
right.
I can't wait. I can't let them pile up. I gotta watch it as it comes along.
Well, they're also a longer season than most too, so
Yes.
it's hard to like maybe you can let a few stack up, but like it doesn't, I would assume, reward you for
Well,
just
my
a
goal this
barrage.
season, yeah, my goal this season was like let six pile up, watch six, let
Right.
six more pile up, and then let six pile up. I
Yeah.
can't. Every weekend I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
watching the Pit.
Right.
So good.
It's probably better that way, I would assume. Like so the first season was how many episodes? 13?
14.
14? So
Yep.
and this is looking like the same.
Yep. Yep.
So that's a big endeavor. But I mean it's a worthy show to be week to week, even for something that's on premium,
Yep.
app, cable, whatever you want to call it. So I think that is impressive that they're able to do a storyline like that and really make it this repeatable but not boring version of this kind of intense hospital drama. So that's awesome. I can't wait to get into it. I still am sleeping on it, so I swear after the pile gets a little lower, I will dive into the Pit and try to evaluate it on my own, and I'll give you my report when that happens. But I did watch, or at least have watched all the episodes thus far of Hijack season 2. This is Apple TV Plus. The first season we covered on this show, and we were really into it. Like, especially because that's a show that I did let pile up a little bit, and it was worthy of a binge style on that one. And this season, the tact is quite similar, except, the players are a little bit, or the tact is a little bit different. We thought like, oh my God, is this gonna be just, Die Hard 2 to it's Die Hard from the first season to the second season, just go from, you know, Idris Elba on a plane to Idris Elba on a train. And yes, that's true, but obviously the stance is a little bit different. They are carrying over things from season 1, so if you haven't watched season 1, you can't just really jump in here and watch season 2, or at least you probably could, but it's probably better if you don't. So to me, I'm enjoying this season thus far. I don't think I'm as compelled as I was with season 1, so I will give a soft thumbs up on this one so far. I'm into it. I think when I don't want to give anything away, but there was a certain line that he says, I believe after the end of the first episode, maybe the second, where he puts out that his involvement in this hijacking of the train, and it just goes, oh yeah, giddy up. So to me, that's when it changed. I like how they're utilizing from season 1 in terms of what happened to him and who's still around, or what they're trying to find out. So I enjoy this so far, but again, I think unless it really heightens from now until the end, I think I enjoyed season 1 a little bit more. Where are you on this, Shane?
I'm with you. I have only seen the premiere episode because I'm letting them stack up. But after the
Okay.
first episode, I'm kind of like you. I didn't feel as compelled as I did. That's a great word that you use, compelled. I
Yeah.
wasn't compelled as I was in season 1. Like season 1 got me from like the get go. This
Right.
one was like, okay, let's see where this is going. Uh, it just didn't grab me like season 1. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it
Yeah.
just so. But like you said, at the end, he says that line, and I'm like, okay, maybe this will pick up. And I'm not
Yeah.
dropping it. Obviously, I'll finish it, but again, just not compelled as I was. So I give it a soft thumbs up. It's not terrible, but it's not like season 1 so far. So we'll
Right.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough one. But again, I would like to say we're about to do our last show. Mostly good. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of great out there. So I'm glad that we're doing this exercise. One, just so that way I know if I'm really missing something here, which is great. I love to hear that. And then also maybe people can find some things that maybe aren't so obvious, or if they slept on, like, oh, I didn't know that was returning. Because it seems like every Apple TV Plus show that
Yes.
like seems to all be happening at once. As we noted, Your Friends and Neighbors is out in a month too, returning already. So there's a lot. So, if you haven't re-upped your subscription or want to do a free trial or something, now's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
So do that on that one. We're going to end on the Muppet Show here, Shane,
Oh,
which,
okay. This is all you, buddy. I didn't even know this
yeah,
was a thing.
yeah. So it was weird. It kind of just came out of nowhere a little bit. And it's still a little weird to me because technically, so obviously this is an episode of television because this is bringing back an existing show in a way. But this is, I think Seth Rogen is executive producing. There's a lot of new people involved, but it's bringing back the same format, so to speak. And I'll get into the differences in a minute, but it's literally bringing back the same show. There's no episode 2 listed. Like like this almost feels like they put it out as a pilot, one to see the response, and then maybe we'll make more. But I haven't heard one confirmation one way or another. It would be really weird to put out a half-hour episode of something and then not return to it at all. So it's kind of in this weird spot. So you're not the only one who like either didn't hear about this or you know maybe would be confused by even how I'm describing it. So this episode, if you're a fan of the Muppet Show from the earlier days, the Jim Henson version, it's got a similar vibe. They bring in a special guest. In this case, it was Sabrina Carpenter. And then there are also cameos that happen through. There's Maya Rudolph, there's Seth Rogen. So they're adding in some of these, stuff that they used to do in the past. But the one thing for me, besides the fact that Kermit's voice is weird, it's out there. Like I saw that a lot on Twitter and Instagram, like people just going, everyone that I know can do at least an okay Kermit, right? It seems to be like the impression that a lot of people can go to be like, oh yeah, I do like impression, right?
Right.
So it's weird that this guy's Kermit is only okay. Now I understand with doing Kermit in this environment, you also need to sing as Kermit. You can't just do the voice. It's a lot more. But at the same time, is this the best Kermit we could do? So there's that. But the bigger point is what I was thinking. I think this is a soft thumbs up. Like I would still watch it if it kept going. The one big thing here is it's so back in the original Muppet Show, it felt a lot like Saturday Night Live, but with
Yeah.
Muppets, right? Because you had a musical act, you had a person who can do both acting and singing. They'll do a number with the Muppets, but it also was like staged, like it felt live, right? It felt like there was a chaos to it. And it felt like, it was funny that it was almost, like stage sets and tactile and weird with these puppets, operating and doing odd things and getting thrown around. And it felt like almost like SNL. It had that like vibrancy of it, felt like a live show. And this one, it's very it's very digital, it's very taped, it's very polished, it's very canned versus that live kind of energy, that sketch energy that was
Right.
there. And I think when it gets goofier, it's good, but there's a lot of stuff that just feels like, they did this so they could clip this out and then put it on,
Gotcha.
something like the same way. Like even SNL, like if you watch a current SNL thing, there are sketches, of course, there's cold opens and whatever, but there is a lot more like digital shorts and canned things that they can do now. So they do. So I think that's a little bit of this, but you know, I don't know. It's still got a lot of my favorite characters. I still like it, but I would love it if it went back to feeling a little more alive
Right.
instead of taped and glossed over a little bit. So
Okay.
there are some funny things in here. Miss Piggy is still great. Her karate chopping Adora will always be funny to me. I think she worked the best with Sabrina Carpenter too. So she's probably the best part of all of this. I there's a there's a great joke, and it's literally almost the last thing. So I would say watch all the way to the end, because one of the best jokes is from Statler and Waldorf, where one of them is complaining about arm pain, like they're fake, like they think they're having a heart attack almost. And and the other one of them goes to, well, it's not from clapping. And it's the best, like just killer joke, like right at the end of the whole thing. And I loved it. So there are some good jokes in here. There are some laughs. I know a lot of people love it. Like I think this has a higher score than
And
say Wonder Man or Steel. So
and
if
where
that
is this
means anything
streaming
to you.
at?
So this is on Disney Plus. All the
Okay.
Muppet stuff is Disney now, and that's a whole
Okay.
other subject. But yeah, this is I don't know what the story is with this, whether this is gonna go, but if the early indications of how much people liked it, I think then it's gonna have more. But if for them to get this star power and make it all work and shoot it and edit and all this stuff, like I don't know how long we're gonna wait to get another one. But if this is good and they're losing the momentum, I don't know if they have any more in the can, but that would be
Right.
nice. So it's a weird situation. I need to read up on this, see if there's any more on this. But if you go to like say IMDb, I don't think they have more episodes written, you know, like,
Okay.
or like that there's some season about ready to go. And in fact, they might even list it as a TV movie, but I'm like, it's 30 minutes. That's not a movie. So I don't know what they're doing, quite
Okay.
frankly, but I would return. So if anybody's into that, so again, mostly thumbs up. That's a good sign. There's a lot of great TV. So go check out the shows that we recommended here and tell Fallout to kick rocks and do better. No, I'm just kidding. But let's end on some Super Bowl trailers, sir, because I know you watch the big game, and part of the big thing every year, you're going to get some spots of things coming up, and it felt weird because I did you have did any of them have an effect on you? Like, did you either have something to where I've seen something before and this made me feel better, or something that we got brand new that you were like, F yeah.
Honestly, the only two that like raised my pulse rate a little bit was Project Hail Mary,
Okay. Yeah.
with Ryan Gosling. I enjoyed that, but the Cliff Booth stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Like,
Put
let's
it right into
fucking
my
go.
veins.
Yep, let's go. Let's
Yep.
fucking go. All the
Yeah.
other ones, what do we have? Scream 7, like everything else we've kind of seen before, so it wasn't anything
Yeah.
new or earth-shattering for me. But
And the
like
Mandalorian Grogu thing almost made me
yeah,
more mad that they like
yeah,
teased the Tauntauns and they look like all digitally weird and whatever. I'm like,
yeah. So
okay.
yeah, so screw all that. But like the story is Cliff Booth, the adventures of Cliff Booth, man.
Yep.
Like, put it in my veins and let's fucking go. That's
Yeah.
what I got out of it. That was the best part, dude.
Yeah. It's sexy, it's 70s, and it's so damn cool.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
every actor that I was looking forward to in this looks dope. It's funny, it's winking, it's everything that you would want the tone of this movie to be, and it's got enough, it looks like action and, you know, borderline horror stuff that like kind of beckons to the end of the original film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So to me, I'm just, I'm all about
Yeah.
it. Like it just
Yeah.
looks so damn cool, and Brad Pitt is just on a
So
heater.
cool,
I
right?
know.
He's on a
Yeah,
heater, man.
I
Like,
know.
let's go.
Turn back the
Like,
clock, man. That
yeah,
guy just crushing this.
crushing it.
I agree with you about Project Hail Mary. Also, the more alien, more stakes, and you add a Prince song.
Yep.
I'm all good with that. So I enjoyed this, probably the best of all the trailers that they've had. So that's a good sign. Disclosure Day, like,
Yeah.
didn't show me anything new. So I'm kind of like, like they kind of show like a little bit of like maybe alien coming through the clouds or something at the end. Didn't really, you
Nope.
know, raise me up anymore. It's same old, same old. Minions and Monsters, I'm sure you're very hyped up for that one. This is the first we've seen of this, a little adorable Cthulhu monster, you know, the toilet paper joke with a mummy, classic, you know. So I'll probably end up at the movie theater watching this with my kids, so I'll deal with that. But yeah, it didn't like, there wasn't a lot that like blew me away outside of Cliff Booth and a little bit of Project Hail Mary.
Yep. With you on that one,
So
man.
yeah. But this episode has blown me away because this has been a blast. I'm glad to finally dump out all the toys, all the reviews of all of these shows, and really getting into this because it has been an excellent. Like we're what, 6 weeks into the
Yeah.
year, and we have all these. Plus, you know, we mentioned Your Friends and Neighbors coming back. Paradise is coming back for you. There's a few shows like we talked about off mics about what did you say it was, DTF St. Louis?
St. Louis, yeah.
With that wild HBO show that is coming out soon as well. So I mean, this is TV time because you know, movies are there's been a bunch of good ones. We've covered them here, but it seems like there's not going to be like some huge movie potential, whether it be franchise or something like Project Hail Mary, for at least like a few weeks
Yep.
or a month here. So this is TV's time. So I'm glad that we were able to do this, kind of put out what's good, what's worth following right now, so people can. I'll tell you right now, it's freezing cold here in the Northeast. We had like with the wind chill, -13 yesterday, and I still went out for the Super Bowl. So pat myself on the back for that one. For apparently, the offenses were stuck in negative
Yes.
13 mode for a while there, because that was yikes. Very slow moving game. At least it ended a lot better. But yeah, not sad to see the Patriots get
Nope.
beat up as two
Fuck the
Jets fans
Pats.
on this mic. So yeah, congratulations to Sam Darnold. Wish you did it with us, but yeah, sorry. Sometimes we don't have the right coaches in place to know what to
We
do.
never
with
had the
people,
right
so.
coaches in place, but that's okay.
I know. I should have been more definitive. I'm sorry, but I try not to be so sad. I could probably take the next 3 years off of the Jets and nothing will change. So let's hope for a good draft and maybe a little better days ahead. But there are better days ahead for this podcast, so be sure to
Absolutely.
subscribe on our YouTube channel, or if you're doing the audio, on Spotify or Apple or anywhere you get podcasts. Next week is going to be interesting. I know Shane's looking forward to Wuthering Heights. No, I'm sorry. No, we're I'm definitely going to see that eventually, but I do have some stuff that's more in our
Eventually.
wheelhouse coming out
Yeah.
this week. So we will come back and talk about Sam Rockwell's new movie. And what was the other?
Crime 101, buddy.
Crime 101. Yeah. So we got a Hemsworth Halle Berry joint with Mark Ruffalo, sitting in the sidelines there and waiting in the wings. So a bunch of stuff in our personal canon, our personal genres. So that will take precedent on this one, and we'll get to Wuthering Heights at some point. But busy weekend at the movie theaters. Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, Shane, and all the sweethearts out there. If you want to be a dear out there, just be sure to subscribe and come back next week for more recent activity.